Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into the microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Deus Ex Human Revolution Blind. So let's go through the Sarif Industries plant and try not to kill and not to get killed. I do have a lot of, relatively a lot of those tranquilizer darts, thanks to some of the exploring I did previously. What would PF project? Puirty First, right? Okay, I'm just dumb. Oh, that's...
Christ, you killed him, man!
He asked for it. Kept calling me a bigot.
No way, no way! I am not going to prison for this!
Hate to tell you this, Trev, but once that bomb goes off, this guy won't be the last skinner in here who buys it.
Shut up, J-Ro. Trevor, you gotta calm down. Help me find something to cover him up with.
I'm telling you, man, these hands of lovers deserve what's coming to them.
Okay, there's a lot of enemies in this room. But then again, I do have plenty of the tranquilizer darts, and I have enough energy for one direct takedown, so what I think I'm going to do is just shoot a couple of them. Again, I could have sworn I hit him, but apparently not. What the? Freak. Okay, I'm definitely more than a little annoyed at that development, because I think I just wasted two tranquilizer darts. Okay, I have enough energy for one
What happened to you?
melee takedown. Where is he?
Oh,
Okay, so
Second. I knew someone was here!
shit, I think I missed. Okay, okay, I've got this one.
I'm gonna take him.
Okay, that didn't really work out. And I'm not sure what's happening. Like, I was pretty sure I hit the two of them before, and yet
What happened to you?
it seems I've wasted those.
He's over there!
Go ahead and run.
Seems I've wasted those.
Cover me.
Those shots. Okay, I think it's only one left, so provided he doesn't shoot me first, I should be able.
Go ahead and run.
Should be able to take him. Head. Freak. Okay, that's. Those handguns are definitely more deadly than I initially imagined. It's not going to affect me as well. Which again just confirms how bad an idea was it to get down here in the first place.
Jesus, what happened to you?
Get him!
I'm dead again.
Open wide!
Pretty sure of that.
reload.
You like that?
Okay, I think there's only one left
Keep running, asshole!
over there. I would like to take him down
Come get me!
the regular way, but he's pretty smart in that he keeps his distance.
Say bye-bye!
Maybe I can jump from
Keep
here.
running!
I accidentally activated my Steam overlay. I must disable that for the future. It's pretty annoying, both for me and I'm assuming for anyone watching. I just forget. Okay, so this one is knocked out. I'm pretty sure that in one of those tries, they actually shot, like one of them shot the other by accident because he was in the way. I hope it's not one of those takes, because, okay, this one is unconscious, unconscious. 1, 2, 3, 4, there should be 5, right? 4, this is the guy they killed. And 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, unconscious. Okay. So I think I didn't kill anyone, which is definitely good. Although I'm not at all happy how this whole situation played out. I definitely don't feel good at the game. I'm struggling more than a little, but then again I did choose the highest difficulty, so there's that. And I will surely get better along the way. There's a vent, I'm definitely utilizing that, but first I want to explore the lab. Okay, more of those cybernetic parts. Is this... Oh, is this the place where they hold the hostages?
Please, let us go! Stay out here! Don't kill us! We're innocent!
They're gonna
They'll
kill us.
set the bomb off!
There's a bomb in here.
Do not use the door!
You'll trigger it! Have mercy!
Okay,
Where's the boss one?
don't use the door, they say. That's good to know. So I guess that might be what the vent is for? I wonder if I could have saved this guy if I was quicker or something, or if he was a part of a scripted cutscene and they had to kill him. Okay, where was that vent? I thought somewhere over here, but maybe I was wrong. Ah, over here. Okay, but that only gets me up, which doesn't seem as useful as I would have liked. Although, I guess it is, because the room with the bomb was on the upper floor after all. You did use the stairs to get there, so maybe it'll get me inside. And that would be a great vantage point if I found it earlier. I probably should be a lot more... What does it say? Sinners, I hope you die. And then Puirty First. I should be more observant before committing myself into a firefight. Like, surely there are a lot of ways to approach a particular scenario. I just need to find and identify them. So...
Please,
yeah.
let us go!
What's going on out there?
At least tell me if my wife is okay.
Let us go!
Get us out of here!
Are there any...
There's a bomb in here.
Is anyone there?
Are there any enemies here though?
Let us go.
Or did I take them all out? Because if they see me, they are going to start killing the hostages, right? That's what you would ordinarily do.
Do something!
How do I disable the bomb though?
Get us out of here!
Hurry.
Get us out of here!
Don't just stand there!
Maybe I can just hack it or something.
I don't want to die.
I'll save. Maybe one of them has some insight.
Whatever I've done, I apologize.
I'm
Where's
actually...
the bomb squad?
Why don't they recognize me? I'm working with them.
Hurry. I don't want to die.
Where's the bomb squad?
Hurry.
Okay, maybe I can hack the
Where's
bomb
the
or
bomb
something.
squad?
Do something!
Don't just stand there!
Which I guess is going to test my understanding of that whole concept, because I'm still not...
What are you doing?
Okay, I'm trying to get in here, right?
Save us!
I don't want to die. Hurry.
Hurry!
Where's the bomb squad?
Get us out of here!
Ah, and that's what I did wrong, because I connected to this.
I don't want to die.
Maybe I'll have enough time.
Where's
After
the
all,
bomb
it's still
squad?
the tutorial level.
Access granted.
Don't just stand
Automated dispersal device deactivated.
over.
Countdown terminated. Have a nice day.
Get word to Seraph. I found the hostages.
I'm relaying good news, I hope.
They're safe. And they're staying put. SWAT will have to exfil them as soon as I've got the prototype.
I'll tell Sarif, but don't take too long.
It's a little hilarious for me that they apparently programmed the bomb to wish you a nice day after you've deactivated it. Can I talk with the hostages now?
Listen up. I need you all to stay calm, keep your voices down, and wait here for SWAT. The plant's not clear yet.
Not clear, but those terrorists, they've got my wife.
Your wife?
She's the manager here. Josie Thorpe. They said they needed her to open the administration building. They were looking for evidence of some kind. Please, I haven't seen her since. You have to find her.
I'll do my best. But right now, I need you all to stay here and wait for the police. Can you do that?
Yes, of course. But please, hurry.
You said they were looking for evidence? What kind of evidence?
I don't know. They're purists. They think the body is sacred and shouldn't be tampered with. They probably want something that will implicate us in moral wrongdoings.
Did they know about the typhoon?
It's a top secret contract. How could they? And we only moved it in a few hours ago. Please, I don't think they expected anyone would be working today. And now that they're backed into a corner, you have to find my wife, please.
I guess maybe they had insider info that the typhoon launcher would be here, and I guess what this guy said might also be true in a way, because although maybe not, because if they knew about the typhoon launcher, they surely would have known about the overtime, so they would have known that the factory is staffed. But if they didn't know about the launcher, then it might be true that they thought nobody would be here, because they might have thought it's a free day off from work, and they didn't know about the overtime that the workers were having due to the contracts. Can I talk to the others?
I know you don't want us running around the place until everything is secured, so why don't you go ahead and do that so we can get out of here?
Goddamn crazy fanatics. How'd they even get in here? No alarms went off or anything?
Yeah, that's what makes me think that they might have had some kind of insider help or something.
Is it over? Thank you, God, it's over. I said I'd give up drinking if you got us out of this. I guess now I've got to follow through.
You've got to find their leader. He's the key to all of this. You should have heard him whip them up into a frenzy. It was scary.
What took you so long? Where are the cops, for Christ's sake?
Thank God you showed up. I don't think they were gonna let us go.
That was too close. They were going to kill us with poison gas. What kind of people are we dealing with?
So I guess this wasn't an explosive. It was like a poison gas dispenser or something. Which I guess explains those canisters on the sides. Okay, anything else in this office over here? That's the vent I came through. That's the anatomy lesson of Dr. Taupe again. Okay, so I guess that solves out this part, and I guess I'm supposed to continue through here. That's the only way I see out of this room. Okay, again, I am going to watch the tutorial just so that I don't miss anything, but I will cut it out. Okay, so apparently I can't destroy the cameras. Instead, I need to avoid them, which is definitely something I haven't been good at so far. I definitely expect some amount of fail. I wonder what's the angle this camera turns to. Does it go all the way around the corridor? Yeah, it seems so, but it's going to turn, I guess, alongside the guard. So then I can run behind him, take him down. Oh freak, that didn't work. You know what, it's probably going to be easier if I shoot him. I have plenty of ammunition for the tranquilizer rifle for now. Okay, this should be a safe spot. I wonder if the camera also reacts to bodies. Oh, it does. Freak. I didn't... That's actually a horrible spot, to be honest. And I am actually surprised that the camera responds to bodies in view. I mean, it totally makes sense, and I am glad that it does. I just wasn't... How did they... I guess they can revive each other?
I see you, bro.
And how do I keep missing? Like, I was pretty sure I had them on the previous try. So there's definitely something fishy going on. Maybe I don't have the proper proficiency. Doesn't look like I can hack the camera or anything.
Someone hit the alarm.
Okay, I think that's all of them for now, at least. Maybe I don't have the proper proficiency level with the weapons to hit them every time, even when it seems I should have. Or maybe I'm just bad at it. Like, I'm not particularly good at shooters, so that's certainly a possibility. Okay, let's save. I'm a little bit surprised that I can't hack the cameras or anything, but maybe I need a particular upgrade for my augmentations to do that. Maybe it's going to be possible later on in the game. Okay, the alarm is up, so it doesn't particularly matter what I do.
The biotechnology firm has been attacked. The first time, 6 months ago, on the eve of controversial hearings set to scrutinize the company's research. With those hearings permanently on hold, many are now wondering if something else may be going on. Is David Seraph hiding something? For tonight, this is Eliza Kassan reporting to you live from Picus.
I glimpsed a fragment of the news bar at the bottom.
Back now to that breaking news coming out of Detroit. Police are still not saying much about the situation, but sources tell me that a militant group of pro-human activists have raided a Seraph Industries plant. Factory workers have been taken hostage, and the entire city holds its collective breath. I doubt I need to remind you.
There was a bit about a civil war going on in Australia, which is definitely troubling and interesting. What's that? I have a vague memory of that, but that may be Galen, a famous Roman or Greek doctor. I think Roman. I think I saw him somewhere, but I don't quite remember. Or actually, well, nah, it can't be a Roman guy. Doesn't match the clothes. I guess it would make a lot more sense if it's some kind of a Renaissance artist or a scientist, you know, fitting with the theme that's being established in the game so far. And this, I think, might be maybe I don't know, Lucifer or Icarus. Because I do notice the wings, and he looks like he's either dead or, I don't know, after some kind of a disaster or accident. And Icarus would be also kind of fitting, even though obviously the tail itself has nothing to do with the Renaissance, but it would fit the overall themes of transhumanism, because some, for example, those Puirty fanatics, would say that this whole trend is an example of humanity's hubris, you know, trying to upgrade your God-given or nature-given or whatever bodies and raise yourself to the level of the creator. And obviously the story of Icarus himself is also a story about hubris. You know, when you have too much of a confidence in your own abilities, it can end disastrously for yourself. I don't particularly agree that that's the right message to take from transhumanism in particular. As I already said in the previous episode, I don't hold the views of those Puirty fanatics particularly close to my heart, but it's certainly something to consider. It is one of the possibilities. Can't read any of those. I wonder if maybe combat rifle ammo, revolver ammo. Wonder if maybe I can read some of the computers or something. Nope, but there's an edition of a newspaper. Ah, it's the same as before, which I guess makes sense because it's probably a daily newspaper, and they all have the same edition, right? Ah, but there's an ebook over here. Seraph Industries, Rising to Tomorrow. 2007, Seraph opened in Detroit. It isn't particularly interesting. I'm just talking about how he developed his business. I guess the only relevant information is that it has been going on for 2 decades already. Freak. Now I think I came from over there, which would make okay, I'm actually confused. Okay, I came from over here then, because this is the first camera and this is the turn I made and when I staffed all of those people. So I guess this... No, I came from here. And then... Okay, I wasn't here, so I guess this is the way to... Maybe I was? I'm definitely getting confused here. Okay, start here. And I do need to get to here and must, I guess, avoid this. It's not like I have that many possibilities. How does it connect from here to here? I'm not quite sure, but maybe I... Okay, so it seems I totally don't get it then. Because I thought I would be able to connect this, but... Maybe I need all of the surrounding ones to capture the final data node. I still don't quite get how the hacking works, even though I watched the tutorial, which I guess means that I am an idiot. Which isn't, sadly, that surprising to me anymore. That has certainly been confirmed many times already in various games. But I wasn't here, right? Elevator. I couldn't have been here because there are hostiles nearby. How many enemies?
Son of a bitch! We need help here! Keep running, asshole! I'm gonna get you!
Oh freak! I accidentally... I think I'm going to kill us both. Oh, fortunately it was just a flashbang. I accidentally pressed G instead of Q. I'm not quite sure why, but... I think there's one more. Okay. I think that's all of them. Right? Okay. Unconscious, unconscious. I hope I didn't kill any of them. I certainly wasn't trying to. Unconscious as well. Pocket secretary, now what is that? Ah, that's like a log. Would that be this? Weapons, ammo, downtown. So I guess this tells me about a location of interest for later on when I get into town, and I guess it also tells me some of the names or associated addresses with the guys, because I have like an email address. Maybe I can report it to the police later on or something. Yeah, that's the pocket secretary. And this guy is unconscious as well, so I think I didn't kill any of them despite the fact that I accidentally thrown a grenade under our feet. Okay, there is no vent over here. Combat rifle. There might be... yeah, right. I wonder if this leads back to where I already was. It probably does. Maybe not. I'm not sure if I was here, to be honest. I don't think so, but first I want to finish exploring this particular room. Just more parts. It's all very distracting because there are so many objects around that I'm not quite sure what I'm looking for, and I'm not even sure which ones I can interact with and with which ones I can't. Now, I came from here originally. Well, I am going to check the event. It seems to lead, I don't know, backwards or... but I don't remember that particular location, so I'm not sure about that. Okay, this is some kind of storage. Frag grenade, don't particularly need that. And again, I don't want to steal from my colleagues, so I'm only going to take the bare necessities, such as the tranquilizer ammo for the gun, because that's what I'm actually using to save their freaking lives. So I think it falls under the pretense of, you know, necessary damages to property. And besides that, I'm just going to take what I can off of the people that want to kill me, because at this point courtesy is pretty much off the table. Okay, so this just leads in here, and this is the room I have already been in, and this is... this is a separate storage room. Okay, I think here, apart from additional hands and whatever. Revolver ammo, don't particularly need that. Damage upgrade, interesting. Okay, so I'm going to drop this. Drop this as well. I guess I'm going to drop the shotgun. It's taking a lot of space and I doubt I'm going to need it. I wonder if I can upgrade the... Upgrading the tranquilizer gun probably doesn't make sense, because after all... yeah. Okay, I'm going to keep it for now. Maybe I can do something with it later. Maybe I get like an EMP rifle for bots and turrets and whatever. I still have some inventory space left. So I guess that leaves me with this location to go to. But I have to check the upstairs as well. This is blocked. I guess both of the entrances are blocked, so maybe I'll go through the roof, or I mean through the ceiling, or like find another of those vents later on, because I'm still looking for the wife of one of the hostages, right? Wait, I am thoroughly confused. I was pretty sure I wasn't here. But I guess I was, and I'm supposed to go into the elevator. Over here. I am notoriously bad at finding my way, both in games and in real life, unfortunately. So that's definitely something to look forward to. You know, copious amounts of fail. Okay, again, I'll watch the tutorial on my own. Okay, so that wasn't too informative. I probably would figure that out on my own. So that's an upgrade for my augmentation. Okay, that's a lot of things to consider. So social enhancer, persuade people. Okay, that's definitely something I'm interested in because that would fit well with my non-lethal playstyle, but that needs 2 praxis points and I only have 1. So I think unless I find something else that's like super cool, doubles the radar range isn't too interesting. That's the info link, which is automatic. Unless I find something else that's like super cool, I'm going to save to buy this the next time I find one of those or earn one of those. Stealth enhancer, cones of vision. Okay, that's potentially useful for a non-lethal playthrough, but that also costs 2. Hack level 2 terminals. Now hacking is definitely going to be useful, but I think I want to get the persuasion upgrade first. Stealth of detection decreases the chance of detection. Okay. Health system. Regenerates health. I must admit I am not a fan of that mechanic. It seems cheap, you know, the fact that your health regenerates on its own as long as you are in cover. It's almost like as long as you do not die, whatever hits you sustained pretty much don't count, which seems awfully cheap and kind of patronizing. I would have preferred a standard like medkit system or something like that, you know, where you pick up medkits and you use them to heal. Rebreather for swimming. Typhoon explosive system. So I guess I can get me one of those. Yeah, launch mini explosives in a 360 arc. And that's probably not going to be useful for a non-lethal playthrough. That upgrades my take down a single individual. Oh, so I can presumably at some point take down 2 of them maybe at once or something. Eliminates recoil, blah blah blah. Arm stabilizer. Aiming penalties isn't that interesting for a non-lethal playthrough. Smart vision, see through walls, track threats. Cooldown. Timer. So that's all for stealth. Protects against concussion grenades. Reflex, that's probably faster. Oh, take down multiple opponents. That's also great. Like if there are 2 of them nearby, that's also 2 points though. Icarus landing system. No, that's a reference, if I ever saw one. forward from any hate without fear of injury. Also potentially useful. And I can stun targets by hitting the ground. Thermal armor, that's also useful because I'm dying a lot when I get discovered. Faster running, jumping, running silently. I think I'm going to save to get this one. So I guess for now that's all. And I'll just advanced hacking. Okay, I probably should take a look at that, seeing how crap I am at everything in this game. Okay, so that was a lot of information. I admit I feel a little bit overwhelmed by it at this point, because I still haven't fully understood the basic hacking, and now they throw all of those additional things at me. But I guess I'll have to figure it out as I go. Because there's like, you know, different types of nodes with different effects. You get like viruses you can utilize to change how the network operates and all that. Okay, I guess that gets me past the turret. I hope it can't turn.
Step away from the console. Now! Help me! Son of a bitch! Pritchard, you still there?
Where else would I be?
Patch me to Seraph, now.
Adam, it's David. You got the Typhoon?
Yeah, but you were right about there being something more behind this. Because I've also got a dead purist in here with some pretty interesting cerebral implants.
Don't touch him. We'll need an expert to recover his neural hub, in case it's booby-trapped.
Copy that. What about Sanders?
SWAT's pressuring me to let them off the leash. Find them before they do, and deal with them.
Okay, so that was definitely freaky, because it looked like he was remotely controlled, and that he was compelled to kill himself. Yeah, it's one of those viruses you can use for hacking. He was compelled to kill himself, and he knew what was happening but couldn't stop it anyway, which is definitely a horrifying prospect, you know, when your own body isn't listening to your own commands. Can I... combat rifle, sniper rifle, worm software, again for use in hacking. Although that's interesting, because after all, he was part of that Puirty First group, and they say that they despise augmentation. So why was he augmented? Like, is it just a case of hypocrisy? That certainly wouldn't be the first, because those types of terrorist groups, you know, hate organizations and whatever, they often engage in some pretty heavy hypocrisy, you know, frequently utilizing technology or methods that they say that they despise. But it's still interesting, and probably something to keep in mind, because I guess it's part of the mystery. Now, where am I going? I thought I came from here, right? Yeah. Ah, okay, I'm going in here apparently. And that was blocked by those servers or whatever it is. Nothing in here. I wonder if I can throw those to distract the guards. Or rather, distract. I wasn't about to say distract. That's not what I meant. You know, I meant catch their attention and not kill them. Obviously. First of all, killing them with a cardboard box would probably be pretty hard. And even if I could do that, I wouldn't want to, obviously, because of my chosen playstyle. Puirty First. I find it kind of silly that in the middle of a terrorist attack, when they don't even care about causing damage to actual human lives, they still take time to scramble graffiti along the way, you know. Like orgs, like you'd think them killing people is a clear enough message, but no, they had to take time to scribble orgs on a freaking flower pot and then cross it out, just so that you don't get any ideas about them possibly liking augmentation or something. That's a little bit silly, if you ask me, but then again, most of their premise seems pretty silly to me, as I already said.
Something we could show to Icarus. Are you saying we got nothing?
I know, man. I think you really messed up this time.
Motherfucker, how are we gonna get out of this mess?
Okay, there are two of them, and I guess they are going in different corridors, which is definitely useful for me. I really hope there isn't like a third guy just around the corner or something, because that would complicate things a lot for me. Oh, okay, this is a totally separate room. There is a guy coming from this direction, but I need to wait for my... Do I have any food or anything? Nope. Doesn't look like it. Does this replenish my... Ah, it will increase my health bar above 100. Interesting. 25 health points up to maximum of 200. So that's useful for like a boss fight or something. I definitely should keep that in mind. I don't have the energy to knock out the other guy, which is a little bit annoying. I guess I'll have to wait. But what I fear is that he will notice the body, or even me, when he comes through the corridor here. Ah, but I guess maybe he's downstairs. I would definitely like to eliminate him before I start exploring. Oh, okay, that's plenty of people. I might actually have to take them down from a distance, but before I do that, I guess...
Police are still not saying much about the situation, but sources tell me that a militant group of pro-human activists have raided a Seraph Industries plant. Factory workers have been taken hostage, and the entire city holds its collective breath. I doubt I need to remind you.
Okay, I already listened to that. I don't want to stand up because they might see me through the window. Beer, don't particularly need that. But then again, I would like to... Okay, there's something to... There's a newspaper, already read that, because they all had the same issue, obviously. It's a daily newspaper. There's an ebook over here. Global Politics Review from last year. Yeah, increased powers of FEMA, and that is something that definitely ties in with the events of Deus Ex 1, where FEMA was pretty much running everything, even though officially it was only one of the government agencies, but in fact, due to the numerous, like, you know, special, what's the way, special regulations and, you know, special states declared like a state of emergency or something due to natural disasters, hunger, riots, whatever, they had so much power that they could pretty much order politicians around, even though officially it was supposed to be the other way. Texas considering secession. Now that is actually something that I think has been considered even nowadays, although mostly in the realm of like total fiction, because as far as I know, it's actually impossible for a state to secede from the Union. Like, there is no proper clause in the constitution or anything that would make it legal, even if they wanted to, and even if the state, like Senate or whatever the state representative is called, even if they voted for it, they still couldn't do it because there is no way to do it. Not to mention, it probably wouldn't be wise, because I don't think, well, I'm not sure, but I don't think a single state would work as an autonomous country, you know, on economical terms. Fragmenting nation, okay. And I think in Deus Ex 1, I don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure some of the states did secede in the end, because the whole NSF, the main organization that you started thinking was a terrorist group, but then you actually joined them. I think they started as a secessionist group. So, but I don't remember the details. I think it was one of the southern states indeed, but I don't think it... I'm not sure if it was Texas or some other state, but I think something like that did happen. Okay, and I imagine this is probably going to get me down to that room with the multiple opponents. Oh, it actually gets me into a bathroom. Ah, but it's on the other side of the room. I guess it could be useful, but I think I'm mostly going to shoot them, although I'm almost out of the tranquilizer darts at this point, so... Okay, I think there are 4 enemies, right? judging from my radar, which I totally wasn't utilizing up to this point, just because I'm a freaking idiot and I wasn't really paying attention to it. And I really think it's a crucial piece of... so is it 4 of them or 3? I guess it changes depending on the distance, because the radar itself has limited power. Yeah, it's 4 of them, and I have 5 darts. So I guess I'll take down 3 of them, and then take the last one down the regular way, using my hands. That would leave me 2 darts, which isn't a lot. It's actually only a few, but maybe it's enough. I'll check the other bathroom first, just because. Although I doubt they are going to keep ammunition in the bathroom. Okay, and I'll take down 1 more using the gun, and then run in and take the last one in melee. I just have to be careful not to miss, because I've wasted more than a couple of those by... Oh, freak.
Keep running.
Okay, that was a giant failure. Okay, one is there. Did I hit him? Nope. Damn it. I actually want to get killed now, because it... Because this only leaves me with...
Keep running, asshole!
With 1 dart, which is pretty tough, but I'll have to manage. Okay, this guy is alive, 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 and alive. And maybe they have some ammunition on them. That's certainly something I would hope, because otherwise, what's that? About Charles Darwin and the origin of species. So evolution then. That's a very famous treatise. Credit chip, machine pistol ammo, that's not particularly useful. A log. G Thorpe Hydra. Main office computers. Okay, so that might be useful. Okay, so I do have some passwords. Oh, actually most of them, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I searched them all. Okay, but this episode has been long enough, so I'm going to search this room in the next episode, and I hope 1 dart is going to be enough to get through the rest of this mission. But for now, that's all, and I'll see you in the next one.